Yo, yo, I'm like an addict, do I gotta have it. I ain't even playing, got a really bad habit. If it moves, gotta grab it, fuse like a magnet. Lose, won't have it till I'm doomed in a casket. I ain't playing, got a weird mind. If you work 8 hours, I'ma work 9. If the shit tastes sour, you should taste mine. I'ma stay in power for a long time. Get up, nah, I ain't a quitter. Toss me the ball, I'm a really big hitter. Big picture, I'm a straight killer. Rising the song to the highest bidder. Got juice, got gas, I'ma move fast. New shoes, new tracks, like who's that? I'm new, come back, better than last. Yeah, it's a new me, never gonna look back. Never gonna look back. Cause damn, I was built to last. You move slow and I move fast, and that's facts. Only I can make a change. Slowly take a step today. I will never be the same. Cause that's what it takes. I take shots to the top, I'll get it. I got one life, I'ma do all to win it. I do what's right, pushing till I fall. I'm slipping to get back up, always stand tall, I'm grinning. I got cuts real deep, big bruises scarred. I had to learn how to think with my head not hard. I've been chewed up, spit out, torn apart. But picking up all the pieces is a form of art. I'm never gonna look back. Cause damn, I was built to last. You move slow and I move fast, and that's facts. Only I can make a change. Slowly take a step today. I will never be the same. Cause that's what it takes.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. How are y'all doing? What's up, what's up, what's up? Let me say hi to everyone. Hello, Freeside. Hello, Sarah Motherfucking Z. Hello, Keith. Hello, hello. Hi to you, Groovin' Gary. How are you doing? Hey, Gamecock Jenny and Miss Sweets and Kendra. How are you today? Hey, AMZ, good morning. AMZ, what the fuck is going on in Arizona? I told y'all yesterday that I had a bit of a, and I'll watch my numbers aren't like stellar right now, but they're probably going to dwindle down because this isn't going to be about the drama. No community drama today. I wanted to share with you some stuff I found that is happening. And are you close to Peoria, AMZ? And if do you know what I'm talking about just by saying that? Some of you might have already ran across this. But what the fuck is going on with our teachers, with students? Like, I know there has been there's, Mary, whatever, Letourneau, and all these teachers all over over time, there's been so many teachers getting busted, having relationships with their students. But this one is fucking wild. And it's disgusting and it's gross, but this part, maybe it's because I haven't looked into the other cases and the text messages. I mean, I hear it in passing on TikTok or whatever, but when I heard about this a couple of days ago, I started looking into it, and there's a whole Google Drive with all of the text messages and everything. Y'all, this is the most, I mean, of course it's fucking Mary Kay, that's it. It was the most embarrassing. I mean, it's embarrassing and it's disgusting. It's against the law and they're child predators. But this shit here is fucking awful. So let's start at the beginning. Do y'all know who Noah Beck is? Noah Beck is cast in the new Baywatch series that's filming now. Let me see. So we're just gonna get right into it because there's a lot of shit to read, and y'all, this is next fucking level awful. Okay, because it was two teachers, same student, same year. All right. 2 teachers. One was 47, the other 27. Quarterback of the high school, star football player, most popular guy in high school. And these women were like essentially fighting over him. 2 teachers. Yep. But yeah, it's let me see. Let me just share my screen. So Noah Beck is a huge TikTok star.
Having a blast. I'm happy for him. I don't want to have to ask this guy about his sister. That's like the typical paparazzi thing to do, is like when you see them like ask him about it, it's like, I'm not gonna ruin his day with that.
And
anyway.
So there's Noah.
No, it's not the same as it was.
He's worth a lot of money. He's got like 33 million followers on TikTok. I think he's got 1.5 million. He made the Forbes list. Did you hear me say "I" to you, Irish? He's got it going on, and he's got, I think his sister Haley and his other sister are his only siblings, I believe. I didn't get so much involved in the family tree as I did with the fuck this teacher, specifically one, but the other woman is just not as much in the news because I guess she didn't text this little boy, and the teacher thought Snapchat was a foolproof method of conversing disgustingly with this kid. And I normally wouldn't even put out the victim because that's just not fucking right, but it's all over. It's everywhere. I mean, you can't look at this case or search it on TikTok without seeing the interviews from the kids. So I just want to introduce the people involved real quick. So we'll say Haley Beck. So yeah, this is what we're about to read, everybody. All these things, as much as I can get through
Haley
today.
Beck's yearbook.
But you not one of
I'm just trying to
get ready with me while I tell you
This
guys
is the girlfriend that was involved with the boy.
about how Haley Beck.
One of Haley Beck's victims' friends has now.
I'm just going. Okay, and here's the victim right here.
All right, Mr. Cannon, what did you do this summer to help yourself get prepared for the season?
I have 2 personal trainers, one being Mike Giovando with Elevate QB Academy, and then obviously LMG, like Coach Jay Smith. They've been on my tail, making sure I'm doing everything right, getting prepared for that first game against Hamilton. I'm in there about 2-3 times a week, both places, trying to make sure that I can perfect my craft and be a little more dynamic this season. Last season, I was able to be pretty successful in the air. This year, I'm looking to be more of a dual threat quarterback, and they've been helping me do that also.
If you had your choice, how would you run the offense? Like run pass ratio.
I'd say like a 60-40 pass run ratio. It'd be nice to get some more opportunity in the air, but I think we're building on that this season, and we're going to do whatever's best to make sure that we come out each game with a win. So however it goes, I just want to make sure that we win.
All right, so I got just one last question for you. Let me ask you, what are your personal goals for this upcoming season?
I want to crack 3,000 yards in the air, 25 plus touchdowns, keep my interceptions below 2 at most, and then rushing. My goal's been 500 to 600 rushing yards this season, so that's where I'm set right now with my balls.
Hey, sounds attainable to me. So good luck this season, Karen. We appreciate you.
So, like I said, that's the victim. And this is her, like, there's just random shots that people are now uploading of her. She evidently peaked in high school. I know we always talk about that as a dig at somebody. Oh, they peaked in high school, but she literally did, because there's so many accounts of this girl and she's taught for 6 years. She went to this high school. She was prom queen at this high school. She was very popular. She was a soccer player. She just was way too involved with her students. Like, wait till y'all hear this shit. I'm not kidding. You might want to stay around because y'all's jaws are going to be on the floor.
3 times slot. Haley Beck was also the girl's side.
I want to find the video.
Some more photos from the Haley Beck situation.
That's what I wanted to find. So this is him doing an after football interview. And it's like, this is not the only video where she's literally in the background She looks like a fucking stalker. You heard me. And she looks like a stalker in the messages too. At the top corner on the right, that's her and a student. I don't know if that's this student, and then her and another student in the left. But if you look where the arrow is and the circle is, you can see her in the background trying to act nonchalant while she's like basically stalking him.
Were released, including this one where it says Mommy Beck on the board. Yes, some of the students called her that. And then there's this one, which can be perceived as normal to some people because growing up, we all had a teacher in school that would bend over at someone else's desk and their butt would be like smack dab in the middle of your face.
There's another interview that's taken place. And look at her. I'm just, this is going to be the hardest live to go through because this is the most embarrassing shit I have ever heard in my life.
And you're like, please get this away from me. But because it's Haley Beck, who knows?
Hello to everybody coming in. Hello, Burlaka and Mud Digger and Muggsy. Hello. We're just taking a little bit of hey, Gypsy. Hey, Carrie Taylor. Hello, everybody coming in. Hello, Ghostface. Sorry. And when I start reading these documents, I might miss comments, but I definitely will try to stop, read, catch up, all the things because this shit is fucking wild. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, buckle your seatbelts.
She was trying to be weird with this. Which one of y'all made this?
Tell me I'm talking too much again. That's what I thought.
And again, these aren't students. These are her siblings.
There's some videos.
This is the other teacher involved. Angela Burlaka.
Are you?
Okay, let me update. Haley. So we're just going to get it.
Go in today. It's life. Hate to break it to you. Do you remember the 21st night of September? Well, that's for me. My classroom, my state. Who was that? Inflation. So I was talking a lot? Is that not my job? Tell me I'm talking too much again. That's what I thought. Huh? Hey, be quiet. Huh? Did you already buy it? Smart. So it's my job to do that. Wow, do you mean that?
He's cheating. I'm not even cheating. I scream at her.
Sit down. Why do you guys throw that word around like you guys know what it means? What does ignorant mean?
Annoying.
No.
That's what you're being with it.
Okay.
Go in today. It's life.
So let me find one picture of Angela Burlaka so you could at least get a picture of what she looks like. And then we're going to dive in. I'm going to read to y'all like how I uncovered this myself. So the first thing I did was find a bunch of TikToks where they were reading these texts. So that's what we're going to start with. Then there's some letters. This is like it exceeds all cringe limits. Okay. The way this girl was oh my God. Just let me get to it. So there's letters to be read. And then there's also interviews with the family. I'll tell y'all how the cops found out and all the things, because allegedly from what I'm hearing, both sets of parents knew this was going on, the teachers and the students. Yeah. So anyway, let me find Angela Burlaka's picture. And there's not a lot about her online. I mean, she's got grown children. She's married. Oh, I guess there's more. No, that's 6 days ago.
We have some new videos.
So that's her.
Are you fucking serious?
That's not really either of them with pee in their pants, but I'm sure they are. That's both of the teachers right there. Okay.
Good. Another trigger warning for this.
That's her. So now we know everybody's face. Okay. So let me add. Hello, Sassy. Dude. But Mud Digger, it's more than just talking to students. That's cringe enough. But wait, hey, E. Whoa, just wait till you hear this. Just wait till you hear I just have never seen anything like this. Like, of teachers' cases with students are fucking disgusting in and of themselves. But like everybody on the internet is like, girl, don't you wish you would have just had the opportunity to plead guilty and go to prison and not have all this shit leaked? Because this is some embarrassing shit that because there's messages of the victim talking to his friends about her. It's the way he treated her, how she just did not take a fucking hint. First of all, lady, you're not supposed to be fucking around with your students. That is disgusting. Parents send kids to school to learn, not to be abused. And I don't care how you look at this. This kid was fucking abused and groomed, and you can tell it's like he didn't know how to get out of this shit once it started, and she was not letting go. I don't know what kind of, I would love to know and see if there's any studies done on these women, these teachers that think this is fucking okay. I'd love to know if there is a singular mental illness across the board in these cases. Let's see. This is with his girlfriend. We'll get back to those. All the documents. Oh, sorry, I'm not even sharing it. All the documents that all of the documents. Oh, let me share the screen instead. All of the documents that are redacted, both sides, like you see here on the screen, that's between the teenagers, the kids. But I'm going to start with the ones with her and the victim, because this kid was playing her like she deserved. Honestly, he was trolling her to her face. And she still thought it was appropriate. And okay, wait till I'll read this fucking letter. Oh my God. Okay. Let me get there. Okay. All right. This is so crazy. Is this where it starts? Okay. So this is going to be hard to read because I'm going to have to play both or say both parts. So this set of messages starts, want to grab food at like 3. The student says, I'm going to try to go in and get tatted, so I'll let you know. She says, well, I have a small window before Post Malone. See, I don't think these are they might not be in order, but it doesn't really matter. I wrote them like this, so it's fine. Student laughed at, I have a small window before Post Malone, so let me know. And then the student says, I have to drive a total of 72 miles tonight, and I'm not thrilled. Haley says, rest in peace. Haley sent a photo. This photo is of Haley taking a picture of her reflection in the mirror. She's clothed wearing black boots, blue shorts, black sleeveless shirt, and a brown and white trucker style hat. The background of the photo appears to be a bedroom. The caption of the photo is Posty Fit Check It. So the student reacted. And so it always says 1, 2. I don't know if I think somebody said that's an exclamation point and a question mark. So he reacted to Posty Fit Check It. Haley says, one compliment, y'all, one compliment gets you $5 in gas money. One compliment gets you $5 in gas money. Oh, I'm telling you. Okay. He says, well, I'm about to have to shell out about 5 compliments. Haley says, yo, you better start now. Haley says, well, no, now they're forced. I don't want them anymore. The student says, I think your boots are very fitting. They proportion well on your legs. I think your top is cute because of the fray, lacy look. I think the hat is fire. Okay, belt. I see that. And I like your hair straight. Boom. She says, was that hard for you to be honest? Haley reacted to what he said, one of his comments. Haley says, you should have seen me the last time I wore this shirt. This shit was tight on me. The student says, crazy. Cough it up. Haley says, just that you look good would have sufficed. Haley says, why the helly are you driving 72 miles tonight? And then the student says, you said 5. And then he says, bro, because I have to go to this dumb youth camp at North High and then go up to Anthem to sleep before I leave for tomorrow morning. She says, sleepover in Anthem? Haley says, don't forget to come get me, JK. He says, well, that's where I'll be. She says, maybe. And then she sends him $25 via Apple Pay and titles the money tag compliments. She says, the concert won't end until 11-ish. I would feel bad making you get me. He says, yeah, I'll be asleep. Haley says, wah, okay, see you never. I was going to make you drive me to get drunky snacks. And then she sent a photo of 2 twisted tea cans. Later in the conversation, Haley and blank discuss going to Anthem so Haley can, air quotes, eat. And don't believe it's the kind of eat that you're thinking of. Let's see. I do that every time. How does that always happen? My stupid screen gets so small on my end. Okay. So it says, Haley says, come pick me up. He says, I'm literally pulling up to my grandpa's. Way. I think he meant why. She put why. She put Tanger outlets. I want to hang. He says, deep as fuck. I'm overly far. Haley says, well, what is there to do in Anthem? She says, nah, you got to go to sleep. He says, drive to Flag. Haley says, right. So nothing we can do tonight. He says, I mean, you could Uber here. Haley says, Anthem ain't too far. He says, I'll let you in. She goes, to your grandpa's? He says, and in the morning you can drive my car home. Haley says, what can I do at your grandpa's for real? She says, I'm capable of driving, not going to lie. He goes, then my car is stuck out here. Laugh out loud, eat me. I don't know. Haley said, and by the way, trigger fucking warning on this. This shit's about to get ridiculous. Haley says, well, yeah, duh, but like, what about your grandpa? He says, he's almost 70. He'll be asleep. Haley says, okay, but be so realistic right now. Is me pulling up weird? No, Haley, it's totally fucking normal. I'll just go ahead and interject there. Haley says, and by the time I get to you, it would be late, but I want to. The next series of messages, Haley and blank discuss where to get food. Haley says blank can get your nut off with me, and she offers her services. It appears as if some messages are missing based on the progression of the conversation. Blank also asked Haley to go to the dispo, which through my training and experience is slang for a marijuana dispensary, and pick up marijuana products, and blank would meet up with Haley at a later time to pick it up. This conversation occurred on June 24th of 2025. Haley says, well, are we like picking up drive-through? Like, what's the vibe? He says, I don't got all day. I got to get ready and leave at 7 a.m. tomorrow, but probably like car mukbang. And then it says she sends some AI themed photos, and then it says blank requests money. Haley sends blank the requested amount via Apple Pay. Haley says, you could always just get your nut off with me. And then she says, you're sick. Maybe that's what that meant by the progression's weird. Okay. She says, God forbid a girl offers you her services. He puts, you're funny. I'm going to leave out when he reacts, because some of these lines they reacted to some of the stuff she said before, like hearting it or putting an emoji or whatever. Haley says, but I'm also serious. Just call me if you're feeling crazy. He says, and that's why it's funny. Maybe tonight. She says, or we could just keep it PG and get froyo. She says, but all it takes is me just driving to see you. So he goes, yep, I'll see. I feel bad, but I want to go to the dispo because I can't have dinner right now and have to pack and shit. So it's going to be close by the time I can leave. So I'm asking you if you can go for me and just pick it up. I'll hit you when I'm done with dinner. Yeah, I can do that. So you want me to grab you something from dispo, then come to you? I'm still here at Sushi downtown, so that buys you some time. He says, no, don't come straight here. I'll wait till I text you. And then he says, don't text me though. He says, okay, yes, just get another infused any flavor. Same thing. Don't text. Infused. 2 grams. I'll text you later. She says, just stay at my place. I'll drive you to the airport tomorrow. Joking. Whatever LWK means, might ask you to. Whatevs. I'm on my way now. If you don't hear from me in 15, send a search party because I probs crashed from falling asleep. The student laughed at her comment, and he says, go down the street behind mine and come from the other side to my house, like to the back part where the 2 streets connect. She says, if you can't, just let me know. I'm a dip. He says, okay, come to my house. She said, I did. Then this next series of messages, Blake and Haley speak of Haley providing an allowance for while he's away on his trip. Haley also sends a photo of her neck with the caption, not again, and she says it's a hickey. Later, the next day, Blank refers to Haley as his sugar mommy, while she refers to Blank as sugar baby. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, if I heard the correct information, that that she might be getting hemmed up for actual like prostitution with this shit. But I didn't fact check that, so don't take my word for it. Okay. So, oh, this gets so bad. I can't stress to y'all how bad this is about to get. Okay. So it says, blank, the student says, are you going to be my daily allowance service for this trip? Do we set a benchmark, or do I just buy the item? What are we thinking here? She says, sends a photo of a phone game with the caption, have you ever played this game? I feel like you'd like it. Haley says, this sounds like an official business deal. Blank laughed at this sounds like an official business deal. I don't know about a deal, more so communication. She said, yeah, communication is always good. Don't get too crazy with demands, but I'm sure we can work something out. He says, laughing my ass off, nothing you haven't seen before. Probably just when I'm hungry. I'm fitting to eat, probably at this connection in Houston. She says, it's fun. Anyways, get some food. Blank requests money. Haley sent a photo of her neck. Haley appears to be outside tanning. Her neck is exposed and red. Her head is slightly tilted to one side, and on her neck is a small red mark towards her throat. He goes, oh, goodness. She said, Haley sent money via Apple Pay. He goes, you're going to have skin cancer. Haley said, talking about the hickey. He says, hey, sugar mommy, nice to hear from you at the perfect time. Look at you being telepathically connected. Haley laughed. You better suck up right now, because I cried myself to sleep last night because you didn't say love you back. Slow blink. I'm slow blinking. I also decided I don't like the title of sugar mommy. It makes me feel used. What the fuck? Squiz, I'm talking about these two teachers that were sleeping with the same student, or not sleeping. I don't know if the other ladies slept with them, but were trying to go in for the same student at the same time. The other teacher sent him videos of her masturbating in the shower with the dildo. So sorry, like I said, trigger fucking warning here. All right, so she says, I also decided, okay, I already read that part. He goes, oh gosh. Okay, let me read that again, because this is, I'm telling you, this kid is trolling the shit out of her. You better suck up right now, because I cried myself to sleep last night because you didn't say love you back. I also decided I don't like the title of sugar mommy. It makes me feel used. He goes, oh gosh. What title do you prefer, crybaby? Watch it. I'm being drama. I didn't cry, but I was visible shocked. Darling or doll always suffices. He says, I fell asleep. Big whoop. Requested more money. Like, this is the one case I feel like the predator, the criminal, the pedo gets fucking everything that she deserves, because he could give two shits about her or anything to do with this. This is all transactional for him in more ways than just money. But listen, sugar baby requesting money from dollface sugar mama, the title says. Then it says, these messages, Haley and blank, discuss Haley's feelings of being used for her money. And when their relationship started, there was nothing to do with money. This conversation occurred on 6/26 through 6/30. So for 4 days. Haley, if I cut you off from the money benefit from all this, I really fear you would never speak to me. He laughed. And then he said, I don't know if we should try to find out. Haley says, is that a threat? I think you would miss me just a little bit, but enjoy your expensive Fort Lauderdale pregnant lady beach tacos. He laughed. And then he liked that he might miss her for a little bit. But probably. Haley says, no, I was just thinking how we started off. Literally nothing to do with money. How did we get to this point? The student says, man. Haley says, back when you liked me for me and not my bank, you also sometimes like me for something that doesn't even require money, but obviously no can do right now. I thought you meant to the little skills challenge thing. He put, nah, whatever you was doing the other night with your tongue, don't let that out of your inventory for real. Keep that in your back pocket and ready to go. I'm sorry, I'm having to stop and look at, dude, this guy, wait, like I said, just wait till you hear how he talks about her behind her back. Oh, and to her face. This is next level. So he says, and if you didn't see, like I said, this guy's star quarterback, most popular guy in high school, one that helped them win the state championship or some shit. Like, she's literally reliving high school. So anyway, So in these messages, Haley tells Blank to catch her before her period starts the next day. Haley, got to catch me today before my period starts tomorrow, I think. Then she sends a gif of Kevin James. Then she said, I guess he sent something. She goes, what the hell does a helicopter mean? And why did you thumbs down that? The fuck? Haley sent a gif of Edna Mode from The Incredibles. Okay, mysterious helicopter. He said propeller motions. She said, meaning what? Next to a tongue? Like what? Right after you disliked a message saying to see me today. Lots of mixed signs here. The student says, I won't be seeing you today unless you pick me up from the airport and just devour my shit. Haley says, I thought I can't since you have to get your dad. And then it says there are numerous messages coordinating when to pick Blank up from the airport. Haley says, I don't know how I'm supposed to devour you if I'm driving and dropping you off. He says, at the crib, out front. Haley says, ugh, it's just so sus during the day, but whatever you say. He says, come inside. Nah, chill. Card is. Haley says, if no one was home, then yeah, preferably that. But I guess I'll settle for being a rebellious teen. He laughed at, but I guess I'll settle for being a rebellious teen. And says, yep, just like always, a big kid stuck in high school, fucking a high schooler. Shit's crazy. The world we live in. Am I right? She says, like, why are you complaining and making me feel bad? Like, you're getting basically a relationship out of me without the arguments and constant need for commitment and reassurance. So you're welcome. He loved that comment. And he says, not necessarily complaining, clutch, sugar mama for real, porn star, all the perks for real, cars, hotels, even the apartment. What a gal. She said, yeah. And all the while you have a girlfriend on the side. But at least you know that I'm not going to start arguments with you randomly. I don't know if this is supposed to be a compliment or offensive. He says, compliment. You're just not in a porn star body. That's all. Yeah, it's all great. It's all dandy. Hey, global reporter. It's fine. It's great. It's grand. You're basically a porn star. You just don't look like one. It's cool. It's great. Anyway, he says, I have a wild life. What can I say? And then he reacted to, at least, I'm not going to start arguments with you. And then he says cat, which if you don't know, cat means that's a lie. Haley says, and there's the insult. The student says, is it really an insult if it's just a fact? Haley says, so is this admitting that you have a girlfriend? Because if that's the case, I'm not doing nothing with you. Then he says, I don't have a girlfriend for real. She says, okay, thank you. I really hope you aren't trolling me, though. Oh, he's trolling you. How do you not see that this boy is trolling the fuck out of you? You're paying for his money. You're giving him money. You're buying him weed. You're going to hear in a minute about alcohol. Free rate. She does kind of look like Sarah Huckabee. Free. Hey, Julie. Sorry, I'm missing some of y'all's comments because I'm having to read this. But y'all, oh my God. And it gets worse. Hold on. This is a teacher, Haley Beck. It's the sister of Noah Beck, who is a social media star. He's in the new Baywatch series. Huge on YouTube, huge on TikTok. And yeah, it's the most cringe shit. Like I said, this student knows what she's doing is wrong, pointing it out to her, being like, yeah, you're just a big old fucking kid, fucking a high schooler. He's telling her over and over, like, bitch, this is like trying to be subtle, but be assertive. And she goes, okay, I really hope you aren't trolling me though, because weirdly, that is when I'd cut off everything. Not like us being cool, just my physical and money services. He says he laughed at that she'd cut off everything. And he says, nah, whatever. I don't know what FS means. For sure. I mean, if I was 27 and had a boyfriend that was a cop while I'm breaking the law with my student, I'd probably be conservative with my services as well. So she's dating a cop. And yeah, know your fucking worth, wicked wisdom. Why? Why? Parents worked for the school district. She's a teacher for the last 6 years. Again, if you're just coming in, she was a graduate from this high school, popular girl. It's not like she was not popular and trying to be popular to redo her. No, she had it all in high school. She just got stuck there, literally. Mentally, something happened. And I'm not sure, but I don't know how long this has gone on. Come to find out, there's about 8 or 9 different victims allegedly. And again, there were 2 teachers messing with the same student, and you'll hear a conversation about that in a minute at the same time. It's just the other teacher. Oh, and there was somebody in the comments that said, "Oh my God, Miss what's her name? Burlaka is still effing students." He said, I'm 32 years old now, and either it was him or one of his friends was sleeping with her when they were 15. So no telling how many years this almost 50-year-old teacher has been seducing and sleeping with her students. Haley, who I'm reading the text with right now, is 27. So let me get back to it. So, and she's supposedly dating a cop. So then the student says, but I don't know. I don't have any experience. That's just a thought. Then it says, these messages are Blank and Haley having a conversation about hanging out, and he wants his D sucked. Haley says, really, only like 20 away. It's not too bad. So when you leave the gym, I'll leave. He says, I just left. She says, okay, so should I leave? He says, I'm just trying to get my D sucked, so you let me know. Haley says, yeah, so I can leave now. I'll be there in 20. He says, all right. She says, I'm like 5 minutes away. Do you want me to pull up in the front of your house? He said, a little before, not in a light. She said, I'll be there in 2. He says, literally, I'm all ready to walk out, fresh out of the shower. And as soon as I got downstairs, the sharpest pain in my stomach ever, straight bubble guts. And then that ends there. The next little excerpt says, in these messages, Haley mentions being on her period, but she can still use her mouth. This occurred on July 2nd. Haley says, let me know if you need me tomorrow during your tattoo time, because I'm going to be in Scottsdale, but then I have to make my way back over here by 6 for Pilates. But then after, if you're not doing anything, we can get froyo. My period started. I have an excuse. But good thing I can still use my mouth. He laughed at good thing I can still use my mouth. And then it says, in these messages, Haley offers to buy alcohol. Haley says, if you want tequila later, you'd have to meet me somehow or wait till I'm done. He says, yeah, when you're done, but not tequila, just a big bottle of whatever that will get us drunk. But we're drinking Crown when we get there, so get something that will mix with Crown. She goes, let me just get y'all buzz balls. Those will knock you out. He says, just get a biggie, a blue one. Now, in these next set of messages, Haley's I'm assuming they just kind of extracted the conversations that were pertinent, which is why they're kind of broken up, and they have little excerpts explaining the batches of them. And I guess what settles that makes this case distinct is that I guess in the other teacher-student relationship cases I've heard, it was kind of like a mutual thing, and not that it's not okay, it's not consensual, they can't consent. But I've never seen a case where the student is literally using the fuck out of her and making her very aware of it. And it's like she got what she deserved on the front end, and now she's going to get so much fucking worse, of course. But playing in her face like this, and like, how stupid do you have to be here? Not only are you putting your life on the line, you're potentially ruining another child's life. You're chancing your freedom, your career, your entire livelihood for what? And if I'm not mistaken, in some of these messages, I don't know when the kid turned 18, but it started, I think, his sophomore year. And then it kind of, I guess he turned 18 somewhere in the middle of this, but he was still, I think it's his senior year this year. So anyway, it says, he says, but I was only mainly asking you so you could actually come to my place again sometime, unless you found others to do that stuff for you now, apparently. He goes, man, it was. Haley, I knew that was going to happen, to be honest. Like, you chose to be the nice guy. There are no compromise and breakups, but somehow she's still going to do the same shit. Like, do it now when you have the opportunity to be the one that didn't do anything wrong, or else the cycle will just keep going. But your life, do you. I just feel like you were ready to be done. Talking about his girlfriend. Hopefully you still enjoy me sucking your D, so let me know when you want that. I cannot. He laughed at that, and then he said, got it. Haley says, I feel like things are going to change with us when the school year starts again. So then it says in these next messages, Haley and Blank have a conversation about the Kesha concert Haley attended. There is a reference about Haley performing oral sex. Then Haley blatantly tells Blank she will suck your D tomorrow. These occurred July 7th of 2025. Haley, no, for real, I can't wait to put this burrito in my mouth. Yes, I have a car. Why? He goes, wow, want to put something else in your mouth? Like, she didn't know that that was going to go there. She put, I mean, yeah, dumb question. He put, all right, for sure. Let me know when you're outside. She says, nah, I wish, but I'm going to stay the night at a friend's. That's why I'm staying tomorrow. He goes, darn. She says, I know, bummer. What you doing tomorrow? He said, take your 30-year-old ass home. Fuck, are you still having sleepovers? And he goes, shaking my damn head. I'm hungry. Fuck, my house is empty. Going to sleep. She says, because I drank and I'm being responsible. About to smoke a selfie. He goes, here we go. Haley says, brother, what you doing tomorrow? I'll suck your D then. He put, you're going to pass out. I don't know yet. She put, I know after I eat this burrito. He laughed. She said, okay, well, add me to your plans. He goes, if I get an opening, I should. She put, oh, cut it out. You don't know what you're doing. But saying if you get an opening, interesting. Like, prioritize me if you want my mouth around your D. Is anybody else wanting to crawl under a fucking table or anything? Or am I just totally ignorant to what goes on? I don't know if I've, like I said, it gets worse. I can't stress that enough. Prior to the next series of messages, Haley had offered her vehicle to Blank and asked if he had driven it, to which he declined. She asked him to take her car through the car wash and to have it vacuumed. She also complained of a sore throat that she would need a, air quote, break. Haley, I need approximately a 1-day break from sucking D. My throat is not well. He goes, you can have until Monday. She says, no, I can go as early as Saturday. I'm a champ. Hey, she says, got to get it out of my system before I leave for Cali. Similar to the series of messages before, Haley offers oral sex to Blank, and this occurred on 7/12. Haley, night, hit me tomorrow for brekkie, lunch, dinner, movie, suck, you name it. I'm a free bird tomorrow. These next messages, Haley confronts about a video a student had said another student had seen. This occurs on 7/16. Hi, sorry, I have a serious question/problem. He goes, what's up? She says, why did Blank just randomly text me saying that she heard some crazy stuff about me? And so I said, what? And she said, Blank just said, apparently you were going through your phone pics and showed a video of me sucking your D. She said, I don't know when or to who, but why is that a thing? He says, who is Blank? Haley said, Blank's girlfriend. He put, I don't know. That's wild, pretty crazy rumor. She put, I meant scary thing is it's not a rumor. He goes, says who? Sounds like a rumor to me. She says, well, it's not a rumor that you have a video, if not multiple, but like, I'd hope you weren't dumb enough to show your guy friends or even tell them. Hey, he goes, nah. She says, like, I'm not going to be mad, but clearly he knows about all the shit that we do. And that is more than I wanted him to know in the first place. But as long as no one else knows, like, all I've ever cared about is if you're honest about that part. But Blank goes, why is Blank calling Blank his baby mama? Okay, so let me get this straight, lady. You know that shit's gonna hit the fucking fan, and you just are gonna. I just don't understand the thought process here. Hey, Miss Liability. Sorry, everybody. Yeah, this is awful. I would kill somebody. Literally, I don't. Anyway, listen. So, Okay, so these next messages occur on 724. Like, I'll stay up if you will come. Yeah, but turn your brain off for a few then. Blank. And just get my balls licked. Haley says, sure, if that's what you want. Balls licked, D sucked, let's run it. He says, he reacted to that. Haley says, but like, come now if you're available, or just confirm you'll come at 11 so I know to stay up, LOL, before I get too tired to perform well. The next series of messages are similar to before. Haley and Blank are discussing oral sex, and this occurred on 726. Haley says, why would I get in my car and drive to you when you're already out? He goes, bro. She says, to bring something for randos. He says, if you want to eat the D, if you want to eat the D, just say that. She goes, I wasn't even getting at that, but shit. He goes, right. She says, was just thinking smarter, not harder, really. Can't decline a nut. Seems like you're playing hard to get right now. So I'm just also laying in bed and don't want to get up until I have to be honest. I also have stuff to do, so I wouldn't trap you here. So are you coming? Or he goes, I'm here. Bring the shit down. Bro, you blow my shit every chance you get. Like, oh my God. Like, he's sitting there telling her, dude, he is turning her down. Dude, like, get up, like, stop. That's all you want is my D in your mouth. Like, we drank boons too, Kendra. We drank boons too. Ow, I'm having to sit funny on my. Okay, anyway. So he says, okay, so yeah, you should have known, you should have now, wait. Oh, yeah, you should have. Now you'll never have the chance ever again. He goes, yeah, whatever. I don't like liars. She goes, who's lying? He says, you. When I visit home, I'm coming to beat them cheeks up. Haley, I smiled, but then I said, ew. And he goes, freak. She said, if my shit was weak, then what's the point even? He goes, cry me a river. She says, when are you going to come home to visit then? Nah, no need for me to cry. I'll just suck your D and you can shut the fuck up about it. Okay, so the next series of messages, Haley and Blank discuss Angela Burlaka. This occurred 728. Haley says, in a group with Burlaka for our meeting, it feels so wrong. He says, he laughed. Haley says, what was the pic you sent me over Snap? Like, what did it say? He goes, I don't know. I thought I saved it, but I guess I didn't. So never mind. So now they're going to start discussing. I don't know why. I guess these are like page breaks into all this different ones that they found based on chronological order. And they're kind of, like I said earlier, extracting all this stuff that doesn't matter, irrelevant stuff. So these are about when they talk about Haley's weight when she was a sophomore. So Blank says, those ID pics are funny. She says, funny, why? Oh, let me guess. I was a beluga in the first one. He said, bro, my sophomore year, you were 1,000,000,000% overweight. And now you look fire. Like, and he goes, let me guess, I was a beluga. And he goes, man, that ain't right. She goes, yeah, but you still fucked with me then, like as a person. He goes, negative. You was a cool teacher. She says, is my one this year good then? He goes, and my current teacher. Or better at least, you're telling me you wouldn't have tried with me back then solely because of the teacher aspect? He goes, no, not at all. It's because I would have been like, she's not even a flex. She's rough. Haley says, right, I was just cool. And he liked that. Haley says, all right, be nice. He liked that too. He goes, you asked. Same way I think about Miss B. If she was a little bit more fit, I would have died in that pee. Haley says, bro, she's also 50 though. He says, but she's too damn big for me right now. And he goes, question mark, question mark. Age is just a number, baby. She's starving for that young D. Haley says, man, I mean, yeah, I guess. But even though our situation is still not right, at least we are closer in age. I don't like being compared to Mrs. B. He liked that comment. He goes, nah, 100%, a tad more normalized. Like if you're 25 or if I'm 25 and you're 33, who cares? But if I'm 25 and she's 55, holy gilf. Luckily, I haven't cracked her so yet. Haley says, right. This sounds way more normal. Like an older woman. Go you, sick. She goes, I can't even look at her without thinking of her literal vagina. He laughed and he goes, right. Let me look at y'all's comments. I'm telling y'all. Hello, Stevie. Hello, everybody coming in. Hello, Lisa. Sorry. Okay, back to it. Haley, I'm glad you referred to me as as sugar mama. I thought my services were being retired. He goes, "Yep, lifelong side piece." She said, "Lifelong." I may get sick of the side piece eventually. I'll need an upgraded title. 8 hours in meetings today. I'm actually going to kill myself. He says, "Well, that's not my decision." She said, "What do you mean?" He goes, "You're the old lady here. If you seek a relationship your age, I can't be anything other than your side piece. You're playing with fire, not me." She says, "You think I'll still fuck with you even when I'm in a relationship?" He goes, "100%. Dick to fire." She says, "I was going to ask if you'd still if you'd still fuck with me if you were in one, but you literally did." He says, "Yeah, I mean, I haven't been locked in a relationship, but technically I am. So I guess you can say that. I don't really care. To be honest, I cheat." She said, "You are? Like again?" He goes, when I come home, I'm going to see her for sure. She's like a sloth on a tree. She's not letting go." Then it says, "In these next series of messages, Haley and Blank are discussing meeting. Prior to these messages, Blank complains about his water pressure and says he has to share with his roommate. Blank asked Haley if they were going to repeat their plans from the night before, and based on the message, it implies they had met for sex. This occurred on 7/29. Haley, your roomie won in on the action too. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. He goes, "Wow, you really are just a bucket. Like you would dead do that shit, I feel like." And then it's redacted. She goes, "You're insane. A bucket? Bro, he could very well be a minor, and I would never do this for a stranger." And then he just reacted and said, "Cool, sounds good to me." Haley sends a screenshot of lyrics with the caption, "Forget teenage dream. This is my new song to you." The screenshot lyrics are the following: "You can hit it in the morning. Yeah, yeah, like it's yours. I know it ain't right, but I don't care. Break up with your girlfriend. Yeah, yeah, because I'm bored. Break up with your girlfriend. I'm bored." Okay, by Ariana Grande, evidently. He goes, "Jesus Christ." She put tee hee hee. Oh, relax and live a little. So in the next conversation thread, Blank thanks Haley for everything she's done for him. Haley responded by questioning why he was thanking her, that it felt like a goodbye. And then she mentions beat them cheeks up in their last hurrah. This occurred on the 30th of July, 2025. "Thank you for all the things you do and have done," he said. "Click the accept though. I'm at the counter." So he evidently sent her money request. She put, "Why are you thanking me? It's making me seem like you're done with me." He goes, "No, I'm just fixing to be unavailable. Fixing to be," I think he meant not available, "because I'm gone." Haley sends Apple Cash. Haley, "Yeah, I know this, but still like available over text and call, you know. I mean, I'll see you this weekend when you're available for our temporary last hurrah." He put like, or he liked, "Yeah, I know, text and call availability or whatever." He put, "Yeah, but not regularly, maybe." Haley says, "When I come home, I'm coming to beat them cheeks up." And she put it in quotes. And then he put, "That's where I got she said, "That's where I got the impression." He put, "Ha ha, maybe that's funny." Haley says, "Nah, like I know you have stuff to do and people to see, but like don't forget about your sugar mama." This message, Blank sent Haley a screenshot of a text message I had sent Blank. During this time, Blank was actively avoiding police. So now here we are. The cops have found out. "Thank you for being a member for 37 months. I'm having to toggle back and forth. Dreamy Dot. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Um, oh, there's two started. And thank you, Muggsy, for the freaking super chat. I appreciate that. Thank you, thank you. Y'all, I'm so sorry. I am, like I said, when I'm reading stuff and having to get back and forth, you just don't get to see your chat. Maybe I can just put it on my phone. That would be the best way to do that. Let me just turn it down. Okay, back at it. So now the cops have found out. I'm pretty sure he's already transferred to another school in California. But let's just read. Okay, so it says, what I guess the screenshot, the message Blank sent Haley was a screenshot, and this is what it says: "My name is Detective Kraber with Peoria PD. I have a search warrant for your phone, and I need you to turn it over. If you do not, you could face criminal charges for failing to obey a court order. If you prefer, we can contact you at your new school in California. Please call this number to verify I'm in fact a police officer. Respond to this number to coordinate the surrender of your phone. Thank you. So Blank sent that message to Haley at August 1st at 10:09 a.m. with the caption, "Don't text me." Okay, I thought there were more. There are more, but where are they? Okay, so that was that. What I just passed up was the Apple Pay details of her money that she was sending him. And the amounts. So there, it's from 621. I mean, look at all these: 621, 24, 25, 26, 27, 27, 28, 29, 29, 7, 2, 2, 3, 6. I mean, look at all this money. This message was captioned, "This money exchange just felt like straight prostitution." She actually put that in a caption. And it totals $630 over what looks like 2 months, not even. I need to get to the messages where she's in complete fucking denial. Denial that this has anything to do with her. Okay. Okay. Under the same, I guess she looked, they were looking at her AI and there was a question: if someone turned 18 on blank, what year were they born? Next, I searched the conversations under the same production file. Following is what I discovered. Haley says, like, what am I supposed to do about this right now? If I don't provide later, then you can call me lame. He goes, deal. Kind of freaking out about that message. He put, delete everything about me in your phone, probably. And she says, he goes, I don't think it's about you though. I think it's some Miss B is in some shit and they're trying to get me in for questioning. Haley says, everything has been deleted, but you do the same. But let me know what it's about because I'm nervous. He put, I have no clue. I think she got caught up with some other kids and they might have said they said my name got brought up. Spoiler alert, it came to fruition that it sounded like they were in a contest. Like 8 or 9 different kids were in a contest to see how many pictures, videos, and inappropriate conversations they could have with these 2 teachers, by the way. So she says, I have something else to give you also. Okay, as long as it's about her. He goes, I'm leaving right now. She goes, to go where? He said, Dago. She goes, I don't know what Dago is, but just go. An email. Oh, just got an email. He goes, about? And then he says, South San Diego. He goes, Burlaka. Haley goes, wait, you're going to Cali now? And then he sends question marks. He goes, say, what's the email? And she says, hold on. Not saying till Sunday anymore. That she is still fucking worried. I mean, how are you still fucking worried about what this kid's doing? And he's sitting there telling you and sent you a screenshot about the fucking cops wanting his cell phone. And in said cell phone are all these conversations. All of this shit was in his phone. All the videos that were sent. All of that. And she still says, so you're not staying anymore till Sunday? And he says, brief summary. Haley says, it's a big redacted. He goes, this is a screenshot of an email addressed to blank staff regarding Angela Burlaka placed on administrative leave. Wait, so you're like gone? Like, who gives a fuck about that? Like, unreal. She put, gosh dang, I had stuff to give you. He put, wow, yeah, I'm out. Unfortunate, mail it. She says, I wonder who said something. Are you going to have to call the PD? I can't. Just next time when you're home, I guess. Haley says, I thought I'd have time to at least drop it off by Sunday. He goes, it's good. Just don't text me right now. They can eat a dick. I don't know anything at all. I don't know what they're talking about. I don't know what's going on. She put, all right. I hope you're not like weird with me or something, but okay. Y'all. The fuck? He put, nah, just not trying to create any new situation. You see this shit in front of your face, like what the it says if it's Arizona, then age of consent is 16. So technically, but being this is its actual teacher, hopefully it's enough to prosecute. Really, age of consent is 16. He is definitely more mature than her. which is high school boys have to be the most immature group of people at that certain time. It's just who they are. They're very, remember it like it was yesterday. The girls were so much more mature than the boys. And it took the boys sometimes going to college to reach the peak maturity. I don't know. I mean, some guys never mature, but he is the one being and he knows he's got nothing to lose here. He knows that he's not going to be in any trouble. He's done nothing but got money. His DS sucked. Uh, uh, Weed, alcohol, whatever the fuck he wanted. Like you said, apartment, cars, hotel rooms, and she's still worried about his whereabouts. So she says, just wanted to be updated about your stuff, really. Yeah, this is just a you and me thing, though. No, that's it. Not that's it, right? But others were involved with her, so no need to get automatically standoffish to me, though. And you're also not at blank anymore, the high school. So she goes, but good luck in Cali and don't be a stranger. He said, never. Send me that email again real quick. Why? Who are you showing it to? He says, my dad. Haley, did you tell him police contacted you? He goes, he knows, goofball. They showed up at my door banging on it at 6 a.m. on the first day of school and fucked up every plan we had to go up there. Didn't get to talk to any coaches or any people or anyone. She goes, wait, what? Now you're going to get scared, Haley? They came to your house? He goes, I got to go. Delete this shit. She says, you're being weird, but okay. He goes, you're being an idiot. Like, there isn't an investigation going on in front of your face. She says, bro, for videos of Burlaka because other kids told, you're on your way to Cali, and this is over Snap. Like, tell me if it's about something else, please. Still thinking that it's something that's happening within their fucking fictional fantasy relationship that is illegal. She says, what's the name of your school? She goes, okay, not gonna lie. I feel the need to text you because I feel like I'm out of the loop with your stuff. I don't want you hiding things from me, especially if it even has a little to do with me. Sudden decision just to leave today kind of made me a little nervous. And I feel like you wouldn't have told me if I didn't ask. The last thing I want to do is overwhelm you and stress you out because, like, I'm sure your day yesterday has been hard enough, but you can talk to me on here like when you're in Cali and this is over Snap. I'm not dumb to the situation right now, but I feel like my mind has been stressing just because you're not really talking to me about this stuff. Talk to me when you can. I know you're busy, but fill me in to ease my mind, please. When I tell you, what the fuck? Okay. Okay, so now she's talking I'll read those later. That's her talking on voice messages to another student, confiding. Okay, so I guess I will read those. So now she's talking to another student. She's all freaked out about her relationship with this guy. And so everything the other student's saying is redacted, but Haley says, I want to know like how they found out about it. The student says, I don't know. I actually have no clue. I was just confused, to be honest. She said, like, did someone turn it in? Like, obviously, like, maybe a parent, but like blank parents surely didn't like. That's not something they would do or even care about, honestly. Blank says, I know. I don't know. No, definitely not. I don't know because Miss Burlaka has a husband. Haley says, blank was supposed to stay like over the weekend until Sunday until he went to California, but then he went yesterday, and part of me feels like it has to do with this situation. The student says, it might be. Honest, not gonna lie. She says, yeah, no, she's got a whole husband and like 2 grown kids, so I don't know. The student says, geez Louise, bro. Haley says, literally, he just like the receiver of that, like, I don't know. I think, yeah, like I feel like he's dipping away from that kind of like abruptly, kind of sus. If he just received them, I don't know. The student says, no, that's actually smart, to be honest. I think you're onto something. Haley says, yeah, because he's literally been back for like 1 day, I'm pretty sure. And he was going to come talk to the coaches at blank, but he didn't even do that. Like, I just want to know what went down for him to do it so abruptly. So she's still fucking worried about him leaving. Why did he leave? Why aren't you fucking tripping about getting, yeah, Miss Burlaka, yeah, she got hemmed up. She already gave her teaching certificates away, but Haley's fighting for hers. But Burlaka, I mean, at least Burlaka was smart not to text these fucking people. So they're talking about the cops. I just want to get to the fucking message that I know made her like Bart Simpson in a bush, because this is just so. These are all pictures. Okay, so this is, I guess, audio messages. Haley says, like, I'm actually going to be late to work one day, and everyone is going to be like, where's Miss Beck? She's just sleeping in. No, it'll be because I killed myself because of you, so watch yourself. Haley put, kind of funny. You know, I have you like literally rolling on my fucking kitchen floors. I don't want to hear it. I think, is this another? I don't know if this is the same student or another one. I don't know. I don't know it because it's redacted and I can't tell. But it says, you know, I have you like literally rolling on my fucking kitchen floors. I don't want to hear it. Haley says, you're going to say, I'll give you 2 check marks. Shut up. Like, you're going to say blank has a personality and a big butt. Can I at least have those? The student says, I'll watch a movie with you or some shit. The student says, this is why I don't have you on Snap. Access that you should not have. Haley says, oh, Snap is where you draw the line on access. You have access to me in literally every other way. So shut the fuck up. And you sent me this. And then sent unknown media. He goes, because you whack and lame. Haley sent unknown media. Haley, like, what am I supposed to do about this right now? If I don't provide later, then you can call me lame. Deal. So this is between the victim and his girlfriend. She goes, where are you? He says, tutoring. She said, you make me so mad. He put, you're, and then she said, your tutor? Who is your tutor? He says, Mrs. Beck. She teaches world history. I'm in US history at the moment, and I needed help with a take-home test. The girlfriend says, okay, weird. He goes, okay. She said, you've been there for hours the past few days. He said, indeed. She said, you're that behind in world history? And he says, dinner was made yesterday and I picked up cookies the first day. No, US history. I already took world history. She said, is it just me, or why are you texting me when you're getting help? He goes, because I'm not actively doing the shit. She is. The girlfriend goes, I don't know, blank. That's weird to me. Stop fucking your teacher. Okay, so this is the messages between him and I guess a guy friend of his. Fuck, bro, how you feeling? He says, better for sure. The other guy says, how was it having our teacher eat the D? The victim says, toothache gone. I'm locked in. For sure. I don't know what WTW means. But easy. And then he said, laid there. Then she was like fucking sweating on me and shit. Her belly was smacking my belly. Fat bitch. Fat ass bitch. And then I had to get up, and she was like, F me like this. And she just wanted to lay down. So I like, I crushed it for 2 minutes and then jizzed all over her face. And then booted her and went to sleep. The shit was a crazy sight to see. Then he sent unknown snap. Whole face covered in my kids. Literally. Well, she's been wanting the facial. She said she couldn't see it, got in her eyes, and I started giggling. Oh my God. And the way it looks, there was a picture taken and sent to that kid of the said facial. I am done. I'm done. I am done. I am done. Done, 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 done. Pictures of this woman sent to another student without even soliciting. I would not, oh, I want to see, dude. You got any pictures? No, 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 no. Just sends it. I know this is a really, y'all we're talking. All right, wisdom. Wicked wisdom. I know, my digger. Ain't this some shit? And there's going to be a lot that I don't go. There were a total of blank. A history teacher having an affair. There were snaps before this message. However, so then they're going through Snap, TikTok. They're going through all social medias. Okay. So this is all the investigation notes. And again, we can come back and do those another day. What time is it? Okay, yeah, I've got stuff to do. But I do want to read these letters that they found, both in her phone and in her apartment, before I get out of here. And if you want to look at these yourself, you can just Google full Haley Beck text. It's a Reddit account that has these. It's a Google Drive, but it's got the link. I'm not leaving just yet. I'm not leaving just yet. So let's see if I can. I'm gonna have to go all the way. Let me see. Let me start at page like 15. Oops. I forgot where the letter is. So and like they interview students, they interview, and so the way this happened is evidently the victim's grandmother took him out to eat, or they was up there with him in California when he switched schools. And there had been a lot of rumblings about this Burlaka lady, because this chick's done it for a long time. So the grandmother was like, what is going on with these teachers? And I mean, well, he told his mom, and the mom, gives an interview and says that when she asked him about Miss Beck, he just replied with, she loves my dick. Talking to your mom like that. Anyway, I would die. But we will, let's see. These are all the people that were witnesses. But this fucking letter, oh my God. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? But I mean, all of this is interesting to read, but it's a lot. The interview with the principal. I come to find out, I think that they said that the principal knew, didn't do anything about it. Where is this letter? I came across it earlier. Okay, so these are messages between. So I think this is him and his girlfriend. They're talking about, hey, we think we have an anonymous tip about a weird scandal going on at blank. And then he says, I can't right now. Okay, bro, what? Some weird shit. Imagine it's you transferring. These people are going above and beyond because of this. Because it isn't allowed for high school teams to recruit. They were talking about weird sex crimes. Blank sends a picture of her face reacted to Blank's message. I didn't do shit with nobody. I'm not involved in a sex crime. And she says, what? I hope Miss Beck got caught. And then he says, bro, I think it's Burlaka, like real deal. Tell him you got a girlfriend that don't play. He put, oh my God, bro, are you serious? What did you do? Nobody is lying. Like, I didn't do anything. Is it Miss Beck? They want me for questioning. Is it Miss B, Burlaka, for sure? That's why I asked if she was there. She was literally at school today. Right. You're sure it's about her? They're trying to gather everything, then go answer questions I don't understand. If you didn't do anything, then what's wrong? Why would I go talk to them? I'm not even supposed to be here. You're not listening because Miss B is in the wrong, not you, right? And then he says, I'm confused. Or she says, I'm confused. He says, correct. And he goes, and I'm not the only kid. I'm just confused. You're overthinking. Why arrest you if you didn't do anything? He said, exactly. Like, just answer the questions and be honest. This is unreal. Absolutely crazy as fuck. Like nuts. I'm leaving ASAP. By the way, this is why you don't do shit with teachers. Plans all fucked up. He goes, I didn't. It's the other kids involved. And they want me because my name got brought up. But they are trying to do this shit on purpose. Are you for sure transferring, by the way, or still undecided? Need to know if I need to move or to Cali or not. He goes, bro, what? She said, you don't realize how ironic the timing is? Who else knows about Miss B, though? Like, are you oblivious other than us and blank? Yeah, it's weird. Other kids have the same exact situation for themselves, is what I'm telling you. I'm not the only one. All right. So that's whenever shit's going down. He's freaking out, thinking he's in some kind of trouble. Um, for having a relationship. Like he's completely thinking. And then also it's really crazy because the parents don't want to cooperate or anything because they're all worried about his football scholarship. Everybody was worried except the grandmother. I've just got to find this damn letter. Am I way far back? I must be. Can't I keyword search this shit? Mm, bear with me. How did I see it like right when I opened this Google Drive, but now I can't find it anywhere? But like, I want to find that one video really quick before we continue. Like, look at her in the background. Like, this is so fucking cringe in background. Okay. And unfortunately, that's his name and it's out there. Again, I'm not outing a victim, but here you see, do you see where my mouse is? You see her trying to act completely oblivious, nonchalant while he's giving his interview to the news.
What does this mean to you right now?
We just knew from the beginning that we were going to have a tough team and we are going to be one of the ones in the end. And it didn't materialize how everybody thought, but we found a way to put it all together and get to play in December and finally got a championship. It's very fun to be a part of this team.
Coach Taylor's a legend here. Another one state title for him. You said you're not sure if he's going to come back next season. So, when you think about everything he's done for the program, what he's done for you, what's that mean to you to win a title for him, maybe even his last season to this point, considering everything you guys have gone through, 0-4 start, a little bit change at quarterback. What does this mean to you right now?
We just knew from the beginning that we were going to have a tough team and we are going to be one of the ones in the end. And it didn't materialize how everybody thought, but we found a way to put it all together and get to play in December and finally got a championship. It's very fun to be a part of this team.
Coach Taylor's a legend here. Another one state title for him. You said you're not sure if he's going to come back next season. So, when you think about everything he's done for the program, what he's done for you, what's that mean to you to win a title for him, maybe even his last season to this point, considering everything you guys have gone through, 0-4 start, a little bit change at quarterback. What does this mean to you right now?
We just knew from the beginning that we were going to have a tough team and we are going to be one of the ones in the end. And it didn't materialize how everybody thought, but we found a way to put it all together.
And then here, look, he's given his interview. You can see that's his jersey and stuff. And look at her. Look at her. Okay, so let me find this letter. These are all student interviews. This is going to take forever to find it because I've already went past this. The letter is crazy. I thought there were two letters. Okay, I read these. No, I didn't actually read those. Those are between him and the girlfriend. Oh, I read some of them. Okay. Um, Sorry for the dead air. I'm just trying to find this. I don't know what it looks like. Because I think it's in italics. Um, where the frick is it? Okay, da. Is there a way to search in a Google Drive or no? Okay, well, let's read her. Let's read her interview. Okay. After identifying myself to Haley, I provided her a copy of the search warrant and explained it to her line by line. I informed her I'd be seizing her cell phone, which was in her hands while I was speaking with her. Haley handed me her cell phone and was cooperative. I explained to Haley the search warrant was for her residence as well as her workplace, and she understood. I asked Haley if she was willing to speak with me. She said yes. I told her we could speak at the police station or speak inside my unmarked police vehicle, whichever she felt most comfortable with. Haley chose to speak in the police vehicle. I led Haley to the police vehicle, and she sat in the front passenger seat while I sat in the driver's seat. Once inside, I made it abundantly clear Haley was not under arrest, not detained, and free to leave at any point. I specifically told her if she at any point no longer wished to speak with me, she was free to leave at any point. Haley acknowledged this. I have explained to Haley because she was not in my custody and it was clear the conversation was consensual. I was not going to read her Miranda rights. She understood. Lastly, I asked her if she acknowledges she does not have to talk to me, and she said absolutely. The following is a summary of what Haley told me. For exact details, please refer to the digital recording, which was later uploaded to the axonevidence.com. Ooh, I guess it's only for police. Bye, Rebel. Sorry, I'm not reading chat. It's really hard when I'm trying to read this stuff. Okay. She says Haley said she's going on her 6th year teaching at blank high school, and this was the only school she's ever taught at. Haley teaches social studies and psychology. Ironic. I asked Haley if she was familiar with blank, and she said yes. I asked her to tell me about their relationship. Haley has had blank as a student twice in the past 2 years. Haley said they got close as peers, then immediately corrected and said not as peers, but as teacher student. And he's always in her classroom. Haley said blank is going through a lot with transferring to another school in California, and Haley said she knows blank well. I clarified blank is blank. Haley confirmed she said everyone calls him blank, so she called him by his nickname. I asked Haley if she ever contacts students outside of school or a school function. Haley said she always gives out her phone number on parent information sheets, and she also said she's a girls' soccer coach and that her soccer players also have her phone number. Haley said her players will text her for emergencies in case they cannot practice. Haley does communicate with her other students via the school's messaging applications. Haley said she has communicated with blank via Instagram over the summer because he was in a weird place about another school. Haley said she felt like she and blank had a good student-teacher relationship and he felt comfortable talking about issues with her. Haley said she and blank do not follow each other on Instagram, but felt that blank was giving her a heads up about leaving. The detective asked Haley if he had her cell phone number. She said yes. Haley told me her brother was a significant following on social media. I had conducted research prior to speaking with Haley and learned her brother, Noah Beck, is a high-income social media personality. Noah is reported to have 33.5 million on TikTok, 7.8 million on Instagram, and over 1.5 million on YouTube. Noah has reported a net worth to be anywhere between $3 to $6 million as of 2024, and he was listed in the Forbes 30 under 30 social media in 2023. Haley said she was also appeared on social media with her brother, and her information is easily accessible to the public. She said her brother is popular amongst high schoolers, and she frequently gets asked about him. Haley continued and said blank initially messaged her via Instagram, then randomly text messaged her later in the spring semester. She said it was during this time that blank was thinking of transferring to California, and she clarified and said it was the end of May 2025. I asked Haley why that blank would leave to California for his senior year in high school. I knew blank was the blank when blank high school won the state championship. So obviously, I said I knew that his name is Kanan was the quarterback when Centennial High School went to the state championship. Haley said she never cried, but felt the coaching staff wasn't advocating for him. Next, I told Haley I had received information that there had been complaints from other staff and students about her relationship with blank. I provided examples of hearing about the inappropriate messages and being seen together in public. I asked Haley if there was any truth to these accusations, and she said she would go to away football games with her other staff members to support the team. She denied any times intentionally meeting up with blank in public. She provided examples of randomly seeing blank while at local restaurants, but never a planned meeting. She said his residence is a few blocks from her parents' house. She described an incident where she was walking her dog while house sitting for her parents and happened to see blank. Haley denied ever trying to seek blank out or make any type of plan to meet up with him. What a dumbass. I asked Haley if she ever got given gifts to blank. She said yes, but clarified she has given gifts to not just blank, but to all of her student athletes. She said she was a high school athlete and is active in athletics and would provide a bunch of snacks to blank and 3 other students on the football team. Haley said she got inspiration from another teacher, Miss Dunham, to provide the gifts. Otherwise, she has never given gifts outside of school. Next, I asked Haley if she knew anything that had occurred between blank and Angela, the other teacher. She replied very little and said that the day prior, when the staff was informed about Angela's investigation, blank was heavily talked about being involved. I asked if she knew anything between blank and Angela. Haley said she didn't know and was confused knowing blank didn't have Angela as a teacher. I asked her if there was any other students that had a relationship or inappropriate relationship with Angela, and she said no. Haley said she has heard rumors about other students and blank being involved with Angela, but again, they're rumors. She stated she didn't know much about Angela, and she wouldn't come to staff outings, and she rarely saw her at games. I asked Haley if she could think of any other student who would potentially be involved with Angela. Haley said she had heard from another student that blank would talk about Angela, even though she wasn't one of his teachers. Haley didn't have any information that there was an inappropriate relationship. Going back to blank, I asked Haley when was the last time she saw him. She told me last saw blank approximately 1 week prior at the school. Blank was at the school getting transcripts. Haley last spoke with blank via text message a few days prior when blank had told Haley he was going to California. When asked why allegations of inappropriate relationship between Haley and blank would be made against her, she chuckled and said she had a few ideas. Haley said blank is a very sociable person and popular at the school. He is good with his words. Oh my God. And seen it in action when blank talks to girls in class. Haley continued and said the previous semester blank attendance was poor. He voiced to Haley that that going to college was important to him, so Haley helped blank with his attendance by opening her classroom to him after school to make up his attendance. She felt because the rumors started about blank and Haley. This was the reason, She said she is equally close to her soccer students, but because they're girls, it's not talked about. She has confided in other teachers and was told younger teachers go through this. I asked Haley if blank would know where she lives. She said blank wouldn't have a reason to know where her parents live. But Haley said he may know she lives at the apartment complex, but not the apartment number. She said many blank students go to her apartment complex to use the pool. She said her apartment complex is near the school and students happen to go there. She has been seen at the apartment by students, but they wouldn't know her apartment number. I told Haley it had been brought up during the investigation that there was a video of Haley performing oral sex on blank, and I asked her if that was true. She adamantly denied and said, absolutely not. That is one thing I would 1000% deny. She said, it is insane that would be alleged. I then asked Haley if there was ever a sexual relationship with blank before and after he turned 18. She said no. Haley was adamant that blank has never come to her apartment and she has never had a relationship outside of a student-teacher relationship. During the interview, Sergeant Goetz asked Haley for a key to her residence. Due to that, other detectives serving the search warrant to her residence, Haley said she doesn't have a key but has a PIN code to enter her home. Okay, so they went there, and here we are at the letter. Okay. What a fucking liar is right. All right. So I'm going to read it like I feel like she talks, okay? Your prop's going to think this is cheesy as hell. But you know, I'm a words girly. I know. You aren't dying. Plus, you're literally just a tech. This is after he left to go to California, by the way, where she was so upset. Plus, You're literally just a text away. But I had little notes from people when I was away studying abroad. Plus, and would just read them whenever I was feeling a little lonely. Obviously, with you being away from your closest people, you may tell or feel that way at some point, is what I think she meant. So read this if you do. I'm really proud of you for choosing yourself in this situation, even though I know it was tough. It's kind of crazy to look back and realize in my 2 years of knowing you, our relationship has changed so much. I'm really glad I had the opportunity to teach you your sophomore year because without that, we would have never really been chill with each other. I know there's some random times or days where you would have decided, where you decide to hate me, but that's okay because I know at the end of the day, we're solid most of the time. I genuinely feel like you're a brother, weird, maybe a cousin or stepbro. And I truly never thought I'd be in this situation with you, but I'm glad to have you as someone who I think will be in my life for a while. Even if we don't talk all the time now or even at all when you're in college, I feel like our little bond will always be there. So just hit me up when you want to go get wasted at the bar together, and I'll send you my wedding invite one day. I know you're a nostalgic as fuck, so I hope you look back at our time as a good one. And no, this isn't me like saying goodbye, but I know things will be different. But don't forget our first pickleball hangout and how you wouldn't get out of my car for like 3 hours, or our Sonic run after your state game, or all the random times you fell asleep on my couch just waiting for me to invite you into my room. Laugh out loud. Ooh, our go kart experience and our word games at Shake Shack. For this relationship being extremely wrong, I feel like we have really made the most of it out of it. I'm glad I got to come to your tattoo appointments, even if you just wanted me to bring you food. All of our car hangouts were fun too, for eating and other stuff. LOL. Our night adventure in Cali, like there is truly no other student I know, so wrong, that I'd want to do all this with. Don't let this go to your head, but I'm glad you're in my life. Okay. Ew, what the fuck? I mean, you've been to my parents' house, in their closet. Insane. I feel like you have opened up to me about a lot of things. I'm glad that I've been able to be someone you can talk to. Even though sometimes my advice or input is unsolicited, I'm happy we can talk about things. You can always reach out if you need anything. Um, I won't lie. I would always look forward to when you would come over, not even to do anything, but just to hang. I feel like I got good at being myself, but even with you, it was still just easy. Whether it was to talk, watch movies, make pizza, or do other stuff, I'm glad we have those memes. And lastly, it kind of hit me that it'll be weird not seeing you during Storm the Halls, and even weirder not seeing you on the field. I'm sure you knew this, but you're the reason I went to all the games I could. Before I knew you well, I'd go to a few games a season, but last season I wanted to go as many as I could, and I'm glad I did because those were the last ones I'd be at for you. It's not going to be the same, but I'm happy knowing you're happy with where you're at. I'm proud of you to all wait I'm proud of you to all you've done and all you continue to do. This is just the beginning. Even though you will go to your grave saying we aren't peers, I'm glad to have you as a friend. Like, bro, you are the first person to get me to smoke weed. You always are going to have that title. So we're locked for real. And maybe one day we'll be able to go to the aquarium. I'm here whenever, even though you never say it back. I love you and I wish you all the best. Always love, HB. If this is not giving any of you secondhand embarrassment, I don't really know what will. Um, I want to say there was another fucking. Okay, so that's what we're back at where we started about the $5, the compliments, $5 per compliment. Can you imagine, girl? You are making this boy pay you, or you're paying this boy to give you compliments. He is straight telling you, look, you're the one playing with fire, bro. Like, you're fucking a high schooler. Like, oh my God. He's had to tell her at one point, like, all you ever want to do is suck my D. Like, This is so fucking, me too, Sarah. Like, I just can't. It's not like even, it would not have made it any better or different if it was reciprocated by the boy, but it fucking wasn't. Like, how could she not be more self-aware? First of all, to never go there. As a teacher, you should have boundaries that are to never be crossed. I feel like that would be like me going to work and being a drug addict, right? Like, and dealing with narcotics all day long and sitting there being tempted, which it's never crossed my mind. But that's the point. That's the same, in my opinion, as an analogy, as to being a teacher that have no problems and maybe even seek out, obviously, students to get in a relationship with. This is an immature loser that was never with the cool guy, living out her high school fantasy, who mentally matured and lives in her younger brother's shadow. And she does need to be in jail. I don't think they said, look, let's look that up on TikTok. They said she was popular in high school, like the prom queen. That's what the part is so weird. You would think this was just somebody that never had friends. Oh, but let's look at her now. Hold on. Wait till you see what she looks like now. Look at how much weight she's lost. And rightfully so. She better, hopefully now she understands the gravity.
Haley Beck's victim.
Girl, who the fuck is you? Girl, who the fuck is you? Girl, who the fuck is you?
I don't think I'm going to show you some. The girlfriend of Haley.
So I'm assuming that this is the current girlfriend of.
Okay, get ready with me while I tell you guys about how Haley Beck stalked and harassed me my entire junior and senior year, all while hooking up with my high school boyfriend at the time. Okay, so I know there was a lot of like miscommunication and misinterpretations of what actually happened, so that's what I'll be trying to cover today. Mostly focusing on what involved me directly, because there are a lot of things I'm not 100% sure of. Okay, so him and I started.
All right, we'll get back on I promise you, I saw a picture and it's fucking weird because she looks just like this girl in high school. And this was the girl, she was the one dating the football player.
It was like April probably. And then I had her as a teacher the semester prior to that. So first semester of junior year. So for everybody like asking me if I knew about their relationship, I literally had no idea. Like I did not know about any of the intimacy going on, anything sexual. But I did know about her texting him and sending him money, trying to hang out with him, because I was aware that she was doing this with other boys on the team as well. The only reason I didn't report it is because I felt like it wasn't my place to, because so many people knew about it and it hadn't involved me yet. So when people started finding out that we were actually like together, talking, whatever, Haley Beck started asking students in my class and my friends, just anybody that like had any relationship with me, random questions about me. Like she tried to find out him and I's relationship status, like what we did together, how we acted, what I did in my free time, who I talked to, who I hung out with, like really weird things that teachers usually don't care about. There was also this specific time where she was telling one of the football boys on our team that I was stealing her boyfriend and that she needed to get rid of me. Around the time of her stalking me and viewing all my socials, questioning people about me, it was probably mid-May. So the semester was like close to ending, which is another reason as to why I hadn't reported anything, because he told me he was only in communication with her so she would pass him in the class. And although we had a closed campus, every day we would leave for lunch and Haley Beck would give us her credit or debit card, I don't know which one, and she'd have us bring her back food. During this time, it was probably like a 3-week span of just getting through the end of the school year. So during this, she would text him telling him not to bring me near her, like not to have me deliver her food. It only is allowed to be him. She would tell him and I that like either I was a bad person, he was a bad person, he's doing this, she's doing that. Kind of just like giving me reasons to be mad at him, but we never really fought about anything ever. So that was basically it through the months of April, May, and maybe a little bit of June. She would just text him all the time. He was also disrespectful AF to her. Like if you guys read the text, like you guys know, which is also another reason why I hadn't questioned him physically getting with her. I just didn't expect that of him. But the last text I saw was in the middle of June after him and I spent the weekend at the Princess, which is a resort in Scottsdale. It was her reaching out to him through Instagram, and I obviously got upset about it, and he blocked her on everything, and I hadn't questioned it since because I don't know. I'm like not really the type to go through phones or just do any of that, so I didn't, which I guess I should have. So when she did end up getting put on leave, he had already moved out of state, so I was getting questioned by like police, attorneys, lawyers, whatever, for the district, school, I don't even know, for like a 6-month span, like genuinely from like August to December. It was just questioning. I actually didn't end up finding out the truth until April 2nd, which was like 2 weeks ago. And I only found out because one of my close friends sent me the entire police report where I read all of the texts. Yay. But it is true that both of his parents knew. I remember oftentimes in a relationship, his mom would ask me what I thought about the situation, which I was like, yeah, it is what it is. Like, it's over. I didn't know they were actively having sex. But yeah, his parents both knew. His family knew. His friends knew. Everybody knew except me somehow. And yeah, that's basically it regarding Haley Beck. She had a flirtatious relationship with numerous students. I didn't know about the sexual relationship until 3 weeks ago, although his parents did. And it is also true that when our principal was told about it, probably around a year ago, he didn't do anything about it until the police were involved. So that's another thing. But yeah, everybody, that's my story time. I hope it wasn't too confusing or boring. And if anybody has questions, like, I'll answer them. I'm just trying to make sure there's no discrepancies in the truth. As for Angela Burlaka, I know nothing about that situation, just that she sent him inappropriate pictures as well as other people. I don't know anything about a relationship there. Okay, bye. Thanks for watching. Okay.
To be specific, that Angela Burlaka sent pictures of her masturbating while saying his name. So let's see. Well, let's look at what she looks like in high school. Okay.
Haley Beck in high school.
Haley Beck was prom royalty in high school. Yes, I'm going to show you guys a picture here in just a second. So a lot of people are thinking that maybe she wasn't the cool girl in high school, and maybe that's why she was trying to be the cool teacher, the cool girl, whatever the case, whatever. Well, that definitely was not the case, okay? She was prom royalty, and here is a photo proving that. This is definitely her. You can see prom royalty on her little sash. And then someone actually commented on one of the videos saying I went to high school with her and can confirm that she was not a loser. I know I've personally seen a lot of comments of people saying that she probably wasn't the cool girl in school. Well, these two things kind of confirm that she was. I just wanted to share with you guys once I saw it, since I've been giving updates on the Haley Beck case.
So
Haley Beck with
new video evidence.
Ethan. So this is another boy. I don't know. I just saw when I was looking at this. So yeah, she from everything I've read, she was like a soccer player, athlete, popular. I see you, ML. I just can't, y'all know I can't be doing things at once, 2 things at once. So then I saw this.
What helicopter are you talking about? You aren't Haley's guy? No, Bella, I'm not. I can't have you join back, Kevin. My shit.
So I'm
Ethan.
I texted him, helped him out.
That's AI.
But you're not one of my.
I have been loosely following this story because
more developed countries like America, we're going to have way less farmers because we have technology. Does that make sense? The more technology we have, the less people we have.
One of Haley Beck's victims, friends.
I took it to my penthouse.
2026 quarterback, Centennial High School.
So we have the text.
Is he an athlete or something? Yeah, he was like, bro, he was like the most popular kid in school, bro. Like Kane, bro. Like he won our state championship. Like he was the GOAT, bro. That ass. I thought she was normal. Yeah, I thought she was normal, but like, I don't know. She's kind of gave me like off vibes. I'm not gonna lie, but like, I just thought it was like, I was like, oh, I don't care. Like maybe I'm just like tripping. Oh, did I just say his name? Fuck. No, I mean, you can look it up, but like, still, I didn't want to do that. Fuck, bro, I slipped. This is why I could never be a Twitch streamer, bro. That ass. I'll be leaking numbers and shit, bro. Does she give me pick me vibes? Mad pick me vibes, bro. Mad pick me vibes. I swear.
Yes, just me. I was just looking. If y'all want to see who Noah is again, he's huge on social media, and it's even indicated in the police report across all platforms. And he's in the new Baywatch that is evidently filming now. But I mean, she was in a lot of his TikToks. I don't know if she still is. This is his page. It looks like she's in this one.
You get that kid feeling, and it's just like,
How old are you?
25.
Oh.
I can't be a kid. You get that kid feeling, and it's
Look, I'm not home that often. Welcome to a day in my life. Sitting on the couch. I like to think.
Oh, yeah, I'm so hungover.
Attention passengers, chill.
I thought I might stay over tonight.
Why?
Because we're girlfriend, boyfriend.
To do what? Oh, I forgot about this one. This is weird. Now, it might just be, I'm not reading into this because there's no I mean, there is not, it doesn't really need to be context, but he says something. There's one time he was live in a 12. Yes, I forgot about this.
Would you date a 12-year-old? No, weirdo. Would you
No,
date a
that's not the full one.
Would you date a 12-year-old?
No, it's not the full
Would you
one.
date a 12-year-old? No, weirdo.
There's a full,
Would you date
there's
a
more than
12-year-old?
that.
Would you date a 12-year-old?
It's not a meme. It's not a meme. It's the full one. How did I just see that randomly scrolling and now I can't find the video? Huh. Where is the full video? It's fucking cringe. He says something along the lines, no, that's a little too old, something like that. Why can't I find it? You did see that one? But there's longer than these though. It's not a 5-second clip or a 10-second clip. It's more like it's longer than that.
Would you date a 12-year-old?
Nope, not that one. Did they scrub it? How come I can't find it? I saw it like 3 times on my FYP yesterday. Oh well, I guess I'm not gonna be able to find it. But yeah, I don't know. Come to find out, so there's this other TikToker. One more thing, let me find this. I'm following this girl.
Are you gay or straight?
So I just started following this girl who looked into the other lawsuits of that school district. Let me see. Yeah, that's her. Cool. I love how TikTok shows you your follows, that people that you follow chronologically. Her name is Dovey. I don't even know how to say that. Dove E Me there. And she talks about the other lawsuits. Can you search on? See, this is why I need to start hearting stuff. There's messages, DMs from the county. because she goes over all the different lawsuits, and there are so many lawsuits in the school district of teachers and students. It's not just females, it's males, females, everything.
Here are some messages between student A and Haley. Here are some DMs from the Peoria.
No,
Messages between student. Hang out with me while I do my. The singer David. When police. When detected August 5th. The interview of July 30th. What police found in Christina Formella.
Christina Formella is another one. She's got like 53 felony charges. Anyway, yeah, it probably was scrubbed. Oh, I'm gonna have to wait till this processes to go back and read all of my flipping comments. I'm so sorry. I don't know how people are able to keep up with their chats, especially when reading documents like that. Because I don't think so. Peoria, Arizona. Let me see if I can do this. Oh, nope, hold on. Other lawsuits in Peoria, Arizona school district. Maybe if I put TikTok, it'll come up with her TikTok. No. But there's a bunch. A whole bunch in that school district. And why are they letting students leave whenever it's a freaking closed campus? We would have never thought about leaving our school with a closed campus. I know, you're like, I probably know these people. Well, what do y'all think about that shit? Every time I find something like this that I'm like just mind blown over, I'm gonna have to come share it with y'all because, and we didn't even get into the nitty gritty of everything yet. We still need to go back and read all the interview documents and all the detective notations and all the description of the images that were sent and all of that shit. It's a big Google file. Closed campus is when some campuses will let like their seniors leave for lunch to go get food and then come back, or leave in between their classes if they have like you know how like some kids don't have all their credits and they might have a study hall period, they can leave during that. But we would have never thought. Now, I'm not even going to say nothing. When I was in high school, we were allowed to smoke at lunch. It was slamming beers. What? Shut up. I think I saw earlier you said that was in the 80s, which I believe it. I mean, I can remember still, and I graduated in 1998, walking past the teacher's lounge back then and smelling smoke. Like they would smoke cigarettes in the teacher's lounge. But was that not wild or what? It is crazy that the school and parents knew. It was almost like, and maybe that, I mean, not trying to justify anything with Haley Beck, but maybe that's kind of what created a weird protective sense of normalcy. Like she was in a real fucking relationship with this dude because nobody did anything and nobody reported her. And everybody knew. And wait till we read, and I will have to come back for a part 2. It'll have to be on the weekend, or next week, or maybe not even, maybe I can do it tomorrow or the next day. But about all these students and how they knew it was no secret. They really were. Can you imagine teaching a group of students and all of them in the class just saw you giving somebody oral sex that was a student at the school? Teenage years are so effing difficult. So difficult. Hopefully, I mean, both of my kids are extremely different, but I mean, You never know what can happen. Weird AF. Teach, like, how can you even take yourself seriously? If you know that the kids that you're teaching, the parents that you're having to talk to, all of these people know what you're doing. So come to find out, I think, if I'm not mistaken, and like I said, we'll go over it more later. The grandma's the one that tells. And then I think there was also an anonymous report by another parent. Because if I knew that shit was going on at my school, damn straight I would have came home and told my mom. How many kids do you think ran home and told their parents? All of them probably. And if not, if, parents would see their conversations. But I mean, I don't know about y'all, but I would look through my kid's phone. I'd look through my kid's phone. It's just, and parents of kids that are up and coming, like, I mean, a lot of us have kids that are going to be in high school or are in high school. Get your kid's phone and read them. That's how all these shitbag teachers get caught. And then as I was looking into this, I saw on the news yesterday, if I'm not mistaken, it's a school district near me where the counselor was caught soliciting and making this student that was 14 go in her class and kiss him, and all the same exact shit. They all move so alike. This one just stuck out because she was getting played in her face, risking her life, knowing, and she typed it over and over how wrong it was. She knew. She even captioned one of the payments that this felt like prostitution. And she wasn't the payer, obviously wasn't the prostitute. That's why I believe, if I'm not mistaken, they're looking at fucking prostitution charges on her, because all she talked about was getting with him so she could ISD and pay him and give him money, or I'm sorry, alcohol, and go to the marijuana dispensary. Like, what? And again, I'm assuming what gave her the fucking green light was the parents not having a problem with it. I mean, he was inviting her to his grandpa's house, saying, I mean, he's 70. Like, what? Do you think that a 70-year-old's going to be narcoleptic and won't wake up? Like, what? My oldest is 36 and youngest is 34. Oh, I know. So you're done. You just have the grandbabies now. So mamas, get your babies' phones out and read them. Look at your iCloud. Like, that's how another teacher, was that Formella who got caught that way, which the mom got the kid a new phone as a surprise or something and was trying to, re-download or sync it to be able to re-download it while he was at school, something to that effect. And then boom, the fuck are you talking to your teacher like this? I learned if they were too quiet, they got their room tossed, and boom, there was the burner phone. Yeah. Oh, back in the day when I would get punished for my phone, we didn't even have cell phones, but I was smart enough to like go to my grandma's or a friend's that had a phone they weren't using anymore. Because my parents' thing was, because I had my own phone line, like in my bedroom. I thought it was so cool. And my mom would she would leave like the base of the phone, because I didn't even have a cordless phone. And I had one of those huge phones with the huge buttons. Y'all remember those? They were like square and they had like enormous buttons on them. Anyway, she would unplug the receiver and take that and leave the bottom. Well, guess what? Receivers are universal. It doesn't even have to functionally hang it up because you're going to take it out anyway and re-hide the receiver. So I would just find, and that went on for a long time that I had a receiver. So when I would get punished, I'd just be like, all right, I guess I'm punished again. And then I would just get that shit out, plug it in, and bam, you have yourself a phone. Look at how smart we were, just me. We ran into one of my daughter's teachers out one night, drank all night with her, and I know they'd find something if they looked into her. Oh, no. I just cannot. I can't. You graduated in 97, so we were close in age. Yeah, 99 here. I was the youngest one in my grade, though. I graduated at 17, but not for long. I mean, we graduated in May, and then I turned 18 in September, but 98. So you would have been my senior. Did I say 99? I meant 98. Uh, hell no, I wouldn't. But I just can't. That girl, and I mean, can you imagine why she shrilled it to me? She's lost a lot of weight. She's probably, I would be paralyzed. I wouldn't even be able to go out. That's where those pictures are from. She went shopping at TJ Maxx. I wouldn't be shopping for fuck all. I mean, unless she's out trying to find clothes to wear at court or something. Like I wouldn't be shopping. I wouldn't be eating. I'd probably have to get an IV to stay alive at this point. Not only for the immense amount of trouble that I'm in, the huge, I hope she feels some sort of fucking shame, if not automatic shame, but then the shame from all these disgusting ass text message being put out where she allowed herself to be treated like a piece of shit by a minor. It's just bewildering to me. I had one hidden in my closet. It was one that would just foam part and would hang up when you laid it down. Yeah, it didn't even matter because as long as you plugged it in and pushed the little thing down to hang it up, once you picked your finger off of it, you have a dial tone, and you're like, bam! I thought I was the smartest person in my house at that point in the time until I got caught with the receiver, and then they started taking the whole fucking phone. I was so smart until I was not, and got caught. I know I got grounded a lot too, and I don't understand why. I was a good kid. I did everything I was supposed to do. I would be sneaky every now and then though. Let's try to sneak out, get caught, whatever. Typical shit. I'm sure I had a little mouth on me too. But I did my work. I went to school. I'd make good grades. What did Julie say? When my niece was 13 or so, I saw her on AOL with her username CutieXOX, and I told my brother, and she lost her internet privileges for a month and Net Nanny got installed. It was innocent, but he freaked. Amen. Thank you, Sarah. We should do this more often. But we'll definitely have a follow-up because we definitely need to read what all these students have to say when they're called. Carrie Wild, I promise you always come in at the end. Well, not always, sometimes in the mid, but you'll have to rewind. Yeah, I did all that too, Lisa. I love the CB in the 1980s. Like what, the radios? My mom used to always talk about CB radios. She graduated in 79 and or wait, 78. 78? Yeah. And my mom said that was all the rage. And I forgot, oh my God, something lobster was my mom's handle. I think my mom used to tell me all about the CB radio endeavors because my mom always liked to talk about when she was younger, whenever we would ride in the car or whatever. My hubby is still in the CB radio and ham radio. Wasn't Drazo into that? So who do they talk to? Should we get a CB radio and play with it on a stream? Oh my God, my great uncle was a truck driver who ended up in a wheelchair. He had a radio room that at the time was so cool. Beer lover. Are those expensive? How much are CB radios? That would be fun. Sweet pea is cute. Let's see how much a CB radio is. How much is a CB radio? Look at you, just might have inspired content streams. Not bad. They're like 200 or 140. Oh, this one's only 54. Is it worth buying to do a stream? Breaker 19. Yours was ashtray. Maybe I shall look into that. I'm pretty sure I've got $50-something worth of rewards from my Prime card. A ham radio, you need a license to broadcast. Oh, there's a difference. Don't get one. Why will I be addicted to it? Everybody talks about how fun it is. 175. Not bad. So what do they do on it? Just talk to random people? I don't know. But anyway, yeah, like I said, just Google search full text messages on Google with her name. Hello, Virgilicious. I'm so glad my teenager graduated at 17. It is a whole different world, and the school campus has cameras everywhere. And he also has infrared detecting for vaping. It's a new generation. They have good because kids these days have. To me, it's really fucking dangerous between social media and stuff that they can sneak around and do that was never an option when we were kids. Everything like, all the technology, all the different things that they can use to be fucking sneaky is just wild, and it's off the charts. Oh, he could? Sweets, maybe y'all should do a live about it. But yeah, Virgie's right. They have a detection in the bathrooms, everything. But you just, even the best solid straight A student, goody two shoes, need to check them. You just need to check them. Oh, thank you, Mud Digger. I had fun. She thought Snapchat minute really disappeared. What a fucking dumbass. Shouldn't she have maybe done some research on that? Like, there's so much of this that I can't wrap my head around, aside from the fact that this could potentially, and it shouldn't, I hope it doesn't ruin her brother's career. That would be really fucking unfair and unfortunate. But every social media influencer or streamer, or in his case actor, they have haters, and haters are going to pounce on top of this and use it for the rest of his life against him. Yeah. I think you should go live with your content stream that we talked about before this one. And I will be there. I gotta wash some clothes. As that's the story of my life. But thank y'all all for coming. We had, a good little audience, good discussion. And like I said, we will I promise we will follow up on reading all the rest of the investigative reports. And I will also this will be a thing that we do over here. Every time there's an update, I will keep my finger on this case. And yeah, we should, E. Oh, you're still researching. Cool. And Slender Brenda, thanks for coming in. You're welcome, Mud Digger. Thank all of you for coming in. I hope y'all have a great rest of y'all's day. I hope we have some followed up with entertainment in the streets, and I'm sure I will see y'all there. Talk to all of y'all later, and have a great rest of y'all's day. Bye.